Welcome to the CrossFit Max podcast.
What is going on, beautiful people, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. All right, in this episode, we're going to talk about the freaking epic weekend that we just went through at CrossFit Max. We hosted our annual Turn Up the Heat competition, and it was freaking epic. So we really just want to share the experience of how the competition went, how the athletes did, how the volunteers and community members really came together to make this event so special. So we hope that you dig it. If you do, please give us a rating and a review, and let's get to it. All right, 3, 2, 1. What is going on, folks?
I've missed you.
You missed me? Because you weren't on it last week.
There was no pod. Well, there was no Susie last week on the pod.
There was no Susie on the pod. How did you think Jen did? If you guys haven't heard, our lovely client, Jen Pontarelli, came on the podcast last week and talked about so many amazing things. She talked about a lot of community. She really pointed out a lot of key members in our community as well, highlighted them. It was a beautiful, beautiful episode. She talked about her husband.
She did such a good job.
Yeah.
I've had so many people give nice feedback, and I know she's received a wave of positive feedback from everyone. So, yeah, her episode was 1,000,000 on TED. My dad just telling me before that he listened to it and that he loved it.
Nice. She shared 5 or 6 messages that people sent to her that were pretty heartwarming and loving.
I think a lot of people resonated with a lot of things that she had to say and felt really inspired by her, myself included.
Yeah, so she was awesome. I really enjoyed having that conversation with her. She also talked about just women in their 40s and making the time to exercise versus having the time. And it was a powerful episode. So if you haven't heard that episode, go back one episode and go listen to that. It was a really powerful episode. And Jen shared some awesome things.
Hell yeah.
Susie was not on the podcast, so that's what she's referring to.
That's why I was not here last week.
Yeah. Also, just an FYI for you listeners, especially for our OG listeners, we are making some changes to the podcast. We're working on the back end of changing up our software. So we got it on the main stuff. So if you're listening on Spotify and Apple, YouTube as well, you should be getting it normally. But for the listeners who are wondering why it's not on the
niche
softwares,
platforms.
Yeah, there's some Pocket Pod or something like that, and it's a whole bunch of weird, unique podcast softwares that I've never heard about, which are probably just around the world. So if it doesn't get out to your podcast and you've had to come onto Apple or come onto Spotify to listen to it, then I apologize. We're just trying to make some tiny little switches and trying to smooth out the rug, I guess, on uploading our episodes. And
we're trying.
There's always a little bit of headaches when it goes into changing anything software related. But yeah, so just want to touch on that real quick. You had a banter topic, my love?
I did.
Susie said, I have a banter topic.
Was that your topic?
Well, I want to talk about Jen, and I want to talk about switching up the software. So my list is checked and checked.
Okay, that was what you had planned?
That's what I had planned.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
cool.
So
I think I planned something, because otherwise that's a really...
Well, no, because I didn't want to go into more detail, because you said right before getting on this episode, Susie is
I said I have a game for us.
Yes, yeah, she said she has a game for us. Susie's on a nice 2-week vacation right now, so she's put in a lot of effort into this game to get ready for this one episode that she has.
And I would just like to say my vacation has consisted of a lot more work at the gym.
True that. Yeah, making her work overtime over here.
As soon as I'm available, I'll swear.
Tell us, love.
The game is called Green Flag or Red Flag.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty
straightforward.
Do you want to tell people what that means?
Green flag is good. Red flag, bad.
Bad. Like red flags, like warning.
Yeah, anyways, so I'm going to list gym etiquette or CrossFit behaviors or things, and you're going to give it a green flag or a red flag.
Okay. Shoot, really putting me on the spot here. I have no idea what these questions are, but
Well, it's nothing. It's not going to be too bad.
All right.
It's just everyone's going to hate you after this
Yeah.
episode.
Someone's gonna be like, "Damn it, Coach B said red flag on the thing that I do." All right, well, here we go.
Just remember, it's a game. This is fun,
This is fun.
especially for me, because I'm not in the hot seat. Okay, let's start off nice and easy.
Oh boy.
Shows up 20 minutes early.
Ah, hell no. Red flags. Don't you dare show up too early. I want you to show up at least 60 seconds after class starts. No, green flags. Multiple
flag.
green flags. This person walks out with a green flag from their house. That means they're not only early to the gym, they're early to everything they do in life, and they are extremely punctual and respect other people's times. Green flag.
Okay, shows up exactly when the class starts.
Oh.
Red flag.
Like exactly
Yeah.
like on the dot.
On the dot.
Yeah, that's a red flag. You got to be here at least a couple minutes. At least 2 minutes before the class starts. At least to put your bag away and just make your way over to the board.
I do this one. Talks while the coach is explaining the workout.
Yo. Time and place, people. Are we just red flag, I guess. Time and place. You know, so many people are just excited to see their workout friends. It was funny. We had Ahmad, who's our new coach here at CrossFit Max. He coached the Sunday classes now.
Yeah.
And he just did a second one. The first one he did with you.
Yeah.
And then the second Sunday he did it with me.
Yeah.
And that first class was much quieter, a lot more beginners, or not beginners, but newer people to the CrossFit class. And then the second class you had like some like
Besties.
more besties and OGs, you
The
know,
chatty
like,
Cathys.
you had like Ocean and Ali come back from a 2-week vacation, and then you had Jess with Ocean and Laurie and Siobhan, who's like a
Jess doesn't need anyone. Jess could just be by herself and she can yap.
Yeah. So like they were talking, Mike and Ali are reunited, and it was just like everyone was so much more chatty. He's like, wow, this group was like completely different than the first group, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah, it's really funny.
But
Actually,
time and place. You know, you listen when the coach is talking, and then you chat as much as you can outside that.
yeah, Dom gets a little mildly irritated with me and Mattis, I think, when we're yapping too much. Okay. Always stays to cheer on the last finisher.
Yo, green flags.
Green
Can I give him a gold flag? If you do that, you
Gold
get a gold
star.
Gold flag. You get 14 karat, 12 ounce gold flag. If you do that,
Never
You're a
scales
hero.
a workout, no matter what.
never scales a workout. Never scales like ever in their life, or just now never does that. I mean, it could go both ways because
Present day.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've scaled a workout in a long time. Which,
Whoa. The
so
ego is
maybe-
ego.
I know. You know what I mean?
Bruh.
Like if you
Yeah, I do know what you mean, because
If you-
like I never scale.
Yeah, you never scale either. Like if you get to a point where you're not, I mean, scaling is totally cool. I mean, if you're trying to lift way too heavy and you look like dog shit with your form and you're just like, I have to go RX, it's a red flag. But if you got into a fitness level where you can RX most of the workouts, green flag. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like the never makes it a red flag
yeah, never.
to me.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because I'm like, sometimes you gotta.
Yeah, sometimes I'll have like, I was just trying to think. I think maybe recently I had like modified a workout. Actually, I did scale a workout because I
Straight to jail.
straight to jail. Yeah, actually, yeah. Come to think of it, I think a few weeks ago I did scale a workout, and that was because I modified a movement for something else. Like my knee was a little achy, and I think I subbed it for like biking or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shirt off as soon as the workout starts.
Like in the warm up.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop anyone from doing it, but it's kind of funny if you do that. Usually you wait until the
To the Metcon.
Metcon, sometimes the strength component.
I mean, it's very hot in the gym at the moment, so
it's
it's
toast, yeah.
respectable to remove your shirt
yeah,
at the current heat.
yeah,
But if it's the warm up and it's 10
little bit
degrees
of-
or less outside,
yeah.
keep your shit on.
Little red flag sometimes. Why do you do this to me?
I'm loving
Shirts
this.
off though when the Metcon comes on. 3, 2,
You,
1.
tarps
Shirts
off
off.
for the
Then
gals.
we start.
Never remembers their own score.
Oh man. Well,
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag. Yeah. Some people are just a little bit newer and learning. We have this awesome new member named Guy. He's super cool.
I love him so much.
Super sweet dude. He's joined like, it's just been just over 2 weeks now. Sweetheart of a man. And you know, he's I think he's
learning.
In his 64, 65 years old. Like, he comes in with the best attitude, started day one and like I think he did 8 classes, or even he did 8 to 10 classes in his first 2 weeks. So he did 4 to 5 workouts per week in those first 2 weeks. He's like, yeah, like I'm sore and stuff, but you know, like, and just got to keep moving, just got to keep getting here.
He was saying his energy is really up.
Yeah.
Which
that
I
was
love.
really cool. He was telling me yesterday, he's like, yeah, yo, I have such great energy. My wife is like, what's going on? So anyways, sweetheart of a guy, and we're trying to teach him how to get his scores and stuff, because, you know, at the beginning of the day,
You've never done it before. It's really hard.
At the beginning of your CrossFit journey, you're just trying to learn movements and understand how, like, the lingo of everything. So there is a learning curve at the beginning. So, but if you're like 1 year in and you're still trying to figure out your scores, god damn it, get your shit together, folks.
Yeah.
It's like
you get a grace period.
It's like the real, for some of you guys who follow me on Instagram, I reshared from this guy who makes hilarious.
Coach, I did.
Yeah. Like it's like when the coach is pressed for time and the class is waiting to take all the scores, and you're like, all right, Steven. And he just like looks at you like, yeah. So is it okay if I did hang power cleans? And the coach is like, yeah, that's what we were doing in the workout. Oh, okay. I didn't do that. I did power cleans from the ground. The coach is like, okay, just what was your score? I was around where Stacy was. Okay, Stacy, what'd you do? No, I was nowhere around there. You're like, oh, this happens daily.
I love it.
Yeah.
The best is when someone gives you the score and they're like, I did this many of that, and I might have done 2 complete rounds, and then I was just missing. I'm like, I can't do the math for you, bro. Where did you finish?
When someone's like, I did 3 rounds minus 40, and you're like, what? Just tell me what you did plus the reps. Yeah, like the rounds plus your reps.
I love it. Anyways, there's a grace period at the beginning, so if you're a newbie, don't worry.
6 months. At 6
you get
months,
6 months to figure out getting your score.
Yeah.
After 6 months, ask someone else.
Yo, there's people like Tom in the class who would just like tell them their score is this, dude. Anyways,
we love it. It's like one of those things that, like, as a coach, you just got to go through it.
Yeah.
Okay, this one whew, counts their reps out loud.
Oh, who was that? Nanu
and Mel the other day, they were driving me so crazy. I don't know if you noticed me. I had to block my ears while I was doing my air squats because I was getting all jumbled up.
So we did a workout.
It was driving me nuts.
We did a workout with high repetitions called Barbara.
Yes.
It
was so fun, actually.
Famous CrossFit workout that has 20 pull-ups, 30 push-ups, 40 sit-ups, 50 air squats, rest 3 minutes, and you have 5 rounds of that. So it's a lot of counting. And I was coaching that class, and I see Nanu.
It was actually such a fun group.
It was cool. And Nanu and Mel were like really trying to just be synchronized the whole time, and they did the air squats together, they did everything together. But at one point on the first round, I hear Nanu be like, 28, 29. I'm like, Nanu. It wasn't even like subtle. It was like really out loud there.
It was loud.
And I was like, Nanu, like,
I wasn't even close to them, and I was like, shut up.
Yeah, it's so funny because you're counting in your head and you're like, wait, hold on a second.
Exactly. It was adorable, and I loved every second of them working out together. But personally, when I was like, what am I at now? I don't know anymore. Yeah. We have a couple of members who count out loud, and when I'm coaching, I think it's so endearing. And when I'm working out beside them, I'm like, shut it.
Yeah. That's so funny. That was the first time I've heard someone do that in a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I won't put anyone in blast, but you know who you are.
Nenu's the best. I love Nenu.
I think she is the funniest person in the whole world.
She's so cute.
Like, she's so... I've never met somebody so bubbly.
Yeah, she really
bubbly is like the perfect word to describe her.
She enters the building and the energy is
lifts.
Automatically positive by 30% minimum.
And you know what I like about her too is she brings out the bubbly in other people.
Yes, yeah.
So like not only is she like bubbly, but then everybody around her, it's like infectious.
Yeah. She's
Anyways,
awesome.
but just count in your damn head, girl. Love it. Okay, that one's funny. Okay, let's do a couple more.
Two more.
Okay. Ready. Okay, these are for two of them are going to be coaches' habits, okay?
Coaches' habits.
Yeah. This one you hate. Joins the workout while they're coaching.
Joins the work. Oh.
Works
okay,
out
so
with the class that they're
this is a
supposed to be
red flag.
coaching. Major red flag.
If you are somewhere in the world, not at CrossFit Max, and your coach opts in to work out with you, you need to have a serious conversation with them. You need to be like, hey,
What are you doing?
like if it's the only time I could see it being maybe acceptable is if if you're the only person in the class and you would feel weird if that coach was just watching you for the full 60 minutes and you invited them to come work out with you, then it wouldn't be a red flag. But if you are a coach listening to this, or you're an athlete and you've seen a coach do this where the coach just like is working out on the side or just joins into the group where there's like 4 or 5 people in the class or more, it's a major red flag. Like you're paying for coaching, you're paying for a premium service here, and the coach is meant to have all their eyes and ears on you at all times. Or at least from a group perspective, if they're like working out on the side, I don't care if the coach says, yeah, but I was just going slower. I was just bringing the intensity down. I was just trying to move and then also watch them. It's like, no, that's different. Like you are spending time away. Like you can't watch them while you're doing wall balls. You're focused on the ball. You're focused on squatting. When you're on a cardio machine, sure, you can kind of look around and stuff, but you're focusing on your pace. Like when you're lifting a barbell, you're focusing on your barbell. Like you just can't be coaching while working out at the same time.
Yeah, it's just not acceptable. People are paying for a service.
Yeah.
Serve them.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Never logs their workouts.
Never. I mean, I'll give it a yellow flag because to me, like, you want to be able to see progression. You want to be able to track your results. If someone really doesn't care about any of that stuff, then it's like, okay, well, maybe they really don't care and they just want to come in here and move and feel good. But usually the people that don't do that will typically be the people in several months from now that will lose motivation, will not understand where their gains are coming from and not understand like their progressions, and
or they'll say really wild things like, I haven't made any progress.
Yeah.
Which is just like not true, but they unfortunately can't look back and see how far they've come.
Yeah. So I'll give it a yellow flag because there is that rare person that might want to do that. But to me, like when you start to really track your progress, that's where real progressions happen. This is where someone really takes their fitness and their health to the next level. Like they really see their strength numbers go up. They see their conditioning. They're invested in themselves. Yeah. So I would say yellow flag.
Yeah. Like orange. Like
who's in the hot seat here?
Leaning towards red, but it's not red because like it's not a bad thing if you don't keep track of your progress. It's just a missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm. I would say, sorry, I'm drinking my little
Can I
spark.
have a sip of it?
What? No, I'm almost done. You can't have a sip of my drink.
What?
Oh, fine.
What do you mean I can't have a sip of
It's almost done, though.
Oh, it's not almost done.
It's
You
almost
still got
done.
at least half.
I need all that energy. I got a big workout to do after. There you are, love.
Delicious.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you've had one of my final sips of my spark drink.
Bro.
Now I'm not going to be able to perform at my best at the 6 p.m. class.
It was all part of my master plan.
Okay.
Did you like my game?
It was a fun game. Yeah.
It was fun, eh?
No. Hopefully people don't feel too targeted. I think people should walk into the
only person
gym.
who should feel targeted is Nanu for counting out loud.
I think people should just start walking into the gym with like little flags, like we just hand them out to people. Here's a green
Anybody
flag.
who walks in the gym within 1 minute of the class time starting gets an immediate red flag.
Just have like red flags stationed for them. Hey, I know you're a minute late right now, but
Grab your flag.
before you come in, just grab that red flag for me, all right?
Just wear it. You have to keep it with you for the whole class.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay, let's get into our fun topic. This is going to be more just a fun episode for the week.
We're already having so much fun. That was so fun.
Hopefully you guys are having fun because that's really what matters.
I mean, I think us having fun matters too.
Probably. But we do it for the people, right? We do it for the listeners.
It's all about them.
All right. This weekend that just passed, we had our epic Turn Up the Heat competition.
Yes, we did.
And we're just going to talk all things
events
about that event, about putting on events, about what they bring out, what they mean to us, and how this one was run, and what we can learn from it, and how we can improve, and the things that we enjoyed. And yeah, just a little debrief of that event, the next event that's coming up, or the next future events that I have in my mind. And yeah, so last weekend we had Turn Up the Heat. There was 21 teams registered, but unfortunately one had to back out.
Boo.
And there ended up being 20 teams that came to compete. We had, teams from so many different gyms. We had CrossFit Ahuntsic, people from CrossFit Montreal, CrossFit from La Cité, Les Coteaux, CrossFit de l'Ouest. We had CrossFit Max members. I'm trying to think, is there any others that I'm missing?
There was a gym that was
an independent,
a non-CrossFit gym, but it was in like the Hudson area. What is it called? Like Fit something.
Oh, I'm not sure. And then there was also a team that's independent. I don't know if that's who you're talking about. Talking about the tall girl.
Rachel and her partner.
Yeah. So I think.
But they told me the name of their gym.
But I think
it wasn't a CrossFit gym.
Wasn't a CrossFit gym. Yeah, they were like rated as independent, I think. Or no, I think that couple worked out at the garage. I can't remember what they said. I think they said they worked out in the garage. But anyways, all this to say, there was a whole bunch of cool CrossFit people coming from all around the Montreal area to come throw down. The event itself had 4 workouts and was split into 6 scored events, and it was freaking awesome. It went from 8 a.m. to, I think we wrapped up the podium and stuff at 3.
Yeah, we were like, everyone was out by 3. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. It
was run so smooth.
Yeah, how did you find it went, love?
Well, I feel like there was
my spark over here before you take more.
Give it to me. I think it, like, in terms of logistically, ran so freaking well, down to the second, down to the minute. Everything was planned prior by you, and there was a very detailed schedule that was curated and followed to a T. So the schedule was not a suggestion. The schedule was the schedule, and everybody knew where they were supposed to be and what they were supposed to be doing. And therefore, we were able to really be on time with the schedule the whole day. And, it's a lot to ask people to give up their entire Saturday. So to respect their time enough to be like, look, it's going to start at this time and it will be done by 3:00 and then actually follow through on that is huge.
Yeah, a lot of organization behind it. This year, this was our 4th year doing it.
Yeah.
It's our 4th or 3rd? 4th. We didn't do it the first year, did we?
We did it the first year.
Did the first year we were open?
Yeah, but it was almost a full year we were open by then.
Makes sense. Gotcha.
Because it's in July and our birthday is in August.
Yeah. CrossFit Mac's birthday is August 19th. Coming up in almost a month from now. Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, so the last few years I've kind of taken pieces and I've learned from not just the Turn Up the Heat event, but I've learned from so many different events that we've put on. But this year was by far the most organized I was going into it. The pieces I kind of put together made it so there was less stress on me, I guess. Mm-hmm. I also had a lot more help. Like 2 years ago, for example, Susie was 20 days postpartum from a post-C-section as well. So we had to put on that event because we had sold tickets the year before that.
Before I was pregnant, before we knew we were going to have a baby 2 weeks prior.
Like on the second year, after the first year, we had pre-sold tickets for the following year right after that event happened. And then that following year, boom, like a couple months later, Susie got pregnant. Then, et cetera, et cetera. And so we did have to put on that event like 20 days after having our baby, and that was really, really stressful. So I didn't have any of Susie's help.
No.
And it was intense. And I think at the time, all of my coaches were participating in the actual event. So I didn't really have the staff.
Like a go-to person.
Yeah, I didn't have the staff to help me out to take on like serious, important tasks in the actual event behind the scenes, like the judging and like the things like that. So this year I definitely knew that I needed more help. And this year we put cash prizes. So I think Susie and myself kind of made that decision, like, hey, you can't compete. You can't compete this year
for a cash
can't
prize.
Can't have an owner potentially win. I mean, you did it 2 years and you were on the podium both years with Justin.
Correct.
Yeah, so I was like, you can't have the owner winning cash prizes and stuff like that. So
no, that's just like not a good look.
So that was super helpful. Susie was like the floor manager, we'll say, where she pulled all the teams that were about to go on to the floor, like the next heat, and then she did a full debrief. So having her do that relieved a lot of stress, because in previous years it would be like me emceeing the event. I'd have the microphone. I'd be like, okay, next wave on the floor, and then next heat on the floor, and then those teams would come on, and then they would have questions and stuff, but there was no time to really answer those questions.
Right.
So I remember feeling like that was a little bit chaotic. So I was like, I need someone to debrief these athletes before they get onto the floor. And then we also made full videos this year. So I made videos of every single event
for the judges and the athletes.
Yeah, exactly. So it helped out with the judges knowing what they were doing. It helped out with the athletes getting a visualization rather than just a text description. So the videos, I put in a decent amount of effort on those. So that, I think, just helped run that super smoothly.
Like even a lot of the judges were like, oh, like I watched the video a few times, so like I feel good about it.
Exactly. So the videos, having you be the floor manager, I also had Alana help MC part of the event as well. So she did like MCing of the first event, which was freaking great. So it saved my voice. Like a lot of times in the past,
you lose your voice by the
I mean,
you're
7 hours into talking into a microphone, and your voice is just wrecked at the end.
Hell yeah.
So she did a great job. I think she enjoyed the power as well, as we were kind of joking around.
She's born to have a microphone, that woman.
Yeah. And then, so that was really good. Having her on the floor, and also her being like a really, really good coach, she could also be able to like help out the judges on the floor at the same time too, as also emceeing, and she could see and spot things. And then also last year we didn't have Frank because he was away, and then so he was able to be back, and he was DJing this year. So
he's
shout out to Frank for doing 6.5 hours of DJing. He said he played 114 songs, 114 tracks, which is wild. So last year I was DJing, MCing, and just helping run the event, and it was just freaking chaotic. So Frank did the DJing. Alana had the microphone for the first half of the day. You were doing the floor managing, so you're able to take the next teams on. And then something that I also did differently this year, first, I just want to say a massive thank you to our community for coming together. Like they stepped
rallied.
up, they volunteered. What I wanted to do this year was I wanted to have a debrief with all of my volunteers. So we had a meeting 2 weeks before the event, which also pushed me to organize the shit out of everything prior to it being like a week before or a few days before. So it was pretty well organized. So we had like a big Zoom meeting with everyone, and we went over like everything together. So that was really good to help them get on the same page. And then not only that, but this year, instead of doing like, hey, you're going to judge heat 1 and heat 2, and then you're going to come off the floor, what I found was like in that moment when someone would finish judging a team, they'd be trying to like rally up their scores, and then the next team would come on the floor looking for the judge, but that judge is kind of busy finishing up with that team and trying to figure out the scores. And then it's like, okay, now I got to write this team and get their paper filled out and like get them all set up. It was just a little bit chaotic. So what I did is I had a team of judges judge 3 teams. So they did heat 1, and then those judges, when the first heat was finished, they would come off the floor and then have another set of 3 judges getting on the floor. So it was really helpful because Susie would get those 3 teams, debrief them, here's your judge, here's your judge, here's your judge. Those judges would be able to introduce themselves to the team a couple of minutes before the next event was even finished. So they were able to talk, debrief. Okay, say we're going to go to this lane over here. You're going to get your setup. You're going to get your pull-up bar here. You're going to get your barbell here, whatever you got to do. Which guy is going to be benching? Which girl is going to be snatching? Or you know what I mean? Like, so it was just the community came together to take time from their Saturday to volunteer their time. We made also another cool thing that we did was we made volunteer tank tops.
Yeah.
So everyone in the volunteer team was kind of in like a uniform, which was really cool. We had bright pink volunteer CrossFit.
Really subtle.
Volunteer tank tops. So everyone knew who's a judge and where to go versus just having like one CrossFit Max black shirt here, one pink CrossFit Max shirt. Like it was.
Yeah. It was clear.
Professional.
Visually, it was very clear who to ask if you had a question.
Yeah. So, and I took that from doing the judges advanced course. I decided a couple months ago to do the judges advanced course. So for the open every year, like I have to do the basic judges course every single year, and it takes about an hour to an hour and a half, and it's freaking
that
annoying.
Thing is long.
Yeah, it's just long. It's the same exam I have to do every single year, and I know it to a T, and it just takes time. So I was like, you know what? This year I'm just gonna spend $40. I'm gonna do the advanced judges course. There was a couple athletes that were not a couple. There was one athlete who was in a semifinal that asked me to judge them. So I was like, all right, I have to get the advanced course to judge them. And now I won't have to do the next 3 years of the basic judges course. So got that out of the way. And one of the cool things I took from that course was that all the judges wear the same thing. It shows that they're all united together. They're all the same color, all the same outfit. And yeah, so I was like, you know what, that would be freaking cool to have it turn up the heat.
100%.
So I think that just
really good touch.
Brought up a good professionalism in the actual competition. And yeah, so those were some major things that I wanted to do. And then the last big difference this year was that I used a software called Competition Corner that took care of all the registrations, the website. It took care of where I posted the events. It took care of where I put the heat time, so the schedule that Susie was talking about. And then it also had like a live leaderboard. So cool. In the past, we've done like Excel sheets, and they were pretty chaotic in the past. Last year, we had Val really help us out with a pretty sick Excel sheet, and she did phenomenal last year. But it was still frustrating in certain elements. Versus this year, we were able to have one software take care of the registration, take care of the scheduling, take care of the heat times, and then also take care of like that live leaderboard.
Yeah, very fun.
And it was just super cool. So people Jason was telling me yesterday, he's like, oh, I really love the fact that like we could update the leaderboard and see where we were ranking throughout the day.
Yeah, like we did a competition last summer. We were able to do that. That was nice.
Yeah, so I feel like those were kind of the major things that we had done. Which of the workouts did you find the most entertaining to watch, I guess? Because Susie came home and was like, oh, I would have loved to do all those workouts.
Yeah, the workouts are fun. I mean, if I'm really honest, I didn't actually get very much time at all to watch.
Had you working like a dog?
I was just busy because while that teams were working, I was gathering my next crew. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's always fun to watch the finale event. Like it was a 10-minute workout. There was some higher level gymnastics. It's fun watching people grind out bar muscle ups. Mm-hmm. Like that's very exciting. But I also found it was really exciting to watch the second workout, which had like lifting component with a lifting component and AMRAP followed by another lifting component from the second partner. Yeah. And I felt like that was exciting, you know. And mostly it was the girls hitting the snatch at the end of the workout, and it's very exciting to see, you know, people trying to PR lifts under fatigued, and everyone in the crowd is like, wah! So cool. The energy was high. That was fun to watch.
Yeah. Susie referring to the teams had the option of which partner found a 2-rep max bench press. Then there was an 8-minute AMRAP followed by the other partner finding a 2 rep max hang snatch. And in hindsight, that this would be one of the things that I did that I would change. I thought there would be more guys that would opt in for the snatch, but it turned out to be
only 2 boys snatched.
18 boys decided to bench press and only 2 girls got to bench. And ironically, one of the teams that had the girl benching in the entire CrossFit competition, they finished second on the podium.
Yeah.
So I thought there would be more guys. I mean, she hit a pretty heavy bench press. I think she hit 165, if I'm not mistaken, on the 2RM bench. And
That's
then
like my front squat.
And then he hit 165 on the 2RM hang snatch.
That's crazy.
So I don't know what, I'm assuming they know their numbers better than we do. So, but it was kind of cool. Like, it was a fun event to see, but if there was something to learn from that, it was like, I never want to make it so biased that it becomes so
like an obvious
decision.
The guy's gonna bench, the girl's gonna snatch.
Yeah. So it became like 18 guys benching and 2 girls benching, and then 18 girls snatching and only 2 guys snatching. So I would have loved to have a little bit more of an outcome where there's more strategy involved. Fucking hell, man. These people, these dudes who are benching like over 300 pounds. I'm like, what the hell is going on around here? Like, people were benching insane weights.
What's your 1 rep max bench?
I haven't tested in a long time, but maybe 230, 235. Like, these guys were cranking out like 305, 310, 315. Like, just freaking wild bench press. I was not expecting to see that insane amount of weight on the bar. And the little like asterisk about this workout was that they weren't able to warm up their bench. There was no bench, like physical bench available for them to warm up prior to that event. So yes, it was the first component. It wasn't under fatigued, but they had to warm up their body in a way that wasn't allowing them to grab a barbell and to practice some bench. And even when the event started, it was like, hey, when you sit down on the bench, you're not allowed to just start like building and get ready. Cause there was about a 4-minute transition from one team going on from one heat to the next heat. So like there was one guy that was like, just took like the empty bar and did it. And I was like, hey man, you can't do that. Like, you can't lift the bar right now. Your first rep has to be a weight that you choose is safe for you, but you can't start practicing in this 4 minutes of just like, or 5 minutes of just chill time,
Right.
So yeah, I think one thing to learn from that would be to kind of create a more fair system where there'd be a little bit more of a mix, because you want it to be closer to that 50% male, 50% female.
I see. Fun to watch.
It was very fun to watch, yeah.
What was your favorite workout? Which one did you want to do?
Oh, the last one.
Yeah.
The last one's got double unders and pull-ups, chest to bar muscle-ups, like
rowing,
box jump overs at 20-inch.
You and I together would have smashed that workout.
Of course we would have. That's why we didn't do it.
Otherwise, we would have won the cash prize.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
But that workout, we would both smash it.
For sure.
That's our wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think I tried to make the workouts as accessible as possible. One thing I'm really proud about is that I created this event, making it accessible for everyone. And what I'm pumped most about this event is not a single team scaled this event. And that was kind of the goal. The goal was to create a workout where the more advanced elite athletes will shine. And then the let's say normal scaled athletes would push for an RX and just kind of grind it out and make their way through and just figure it out.
I had a girlfriend who came with her boyfriend or fiance to her first ever CrossFit competition. She's kind of new to CrossFit. Yeah. She's a fit girl, but new to CrossFit. And she did her first ever toes to bar, her first ever RX workout, her first ever kipping pull-up, all at our competition.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know if I can dumbbell snatch 35 pounds. And she picked it up and she flew through it.
She killed it.
She did a whole bunch of dumbbell snatches with that 35 pounds. So it was kind of like that. Like, I wanted the workout to be accessible for people, to be able to push for that RX while allowing certain athletes to really shine through the movements. Like, for example, the bar muscle up. Okay, the people who are just barely making RX can't bar muscle up yet, but they didn't even get to the bar muscle up because it was
Yeah.
so hard to get to that point. You had to have the fitness level to be able to get to the bar muscle up in order to finish it.
Yeah,
right?
in order to even give it a go.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there was some fun things.
I loved it. You did.
I also really
like.
like the fact that like this year we're like, hey, teams are gonna chill outside the gym in the back area. We have like a massive back area, and a lot of times in the past people would chill inside, and it makes it even hotter in the building. And it was so cool. People brought like their
Little
CrossFit tents and stuff, and people were outside. Again, Jason was telling me that it was cool. Like you go from one tent to another and just chat with people. Like it was really cool vibe out there.
Yeah, it was very cool. I was going out there quite a lot.
So yeah, I think that was pretty freaking cool, and yeah,
I'm excited
epic.
for next year.
Yeah, there's
Definitely had FOMO of the workouts,
yeah,
but it was really also fun to be on the other side of it.
I think the really cool thing about these events is seeing your community come together to put on something really special, like it was on Saturday, and having, you know, you throw out these workouts and these challenges out in the world, and you have these people that are coming from, you know, within 45 to 60 minute radius from our gym, show up on a Saturday with their partners, with their friends. A lot of people were in couples. Bring a tent, bring some food. You had businesses, like local businesses, who sponsor the event, and they were able to come in here. That, you know, we had Endura Physio, we had Shop Santé, we had Fit Bites MTL, we had MTL Latte Heart, we had BF for Activewear, we had, you know, Liz doing the photographs, we had DJ Navidad hitting it hard for 6.5 hours. Like, we had so many really cool businesses come together to make this event possible. And the atmosphere in the building was incredible. And everyone had a good time.
Yeah, I got some really nice feedback from people, and
Yeah,
everyone seemed to have like a great time.
There was, you know, we had owners from different gyms come in, and coaches from other gyms come and compete, and they were like, wow, like this was such a fun competition, and it was so well organized, and it was so well timed, and the workouts were really fun, and, you know, they just overall had a great time.
Yeah.
And to hear that feedback from people, it's incredible. It's really awesome. And like, it starts with our community. It starts with the people who decided to take their Saturday off to come and volunteer. And they represented our gym so well. They had a smile on their face. They were not just, so the thing about judging, especially in the advanced judge course, is you're not there to coach people. You're not there to cheer people. You're there to make sure they follow the standard and count their repetitions and make sure the quality of the competition runs smoothly. But you know what? There's got to be a little bit of fun encouragement there for a local competition. You know, you got to be in there. You got to be judging people. And sure, I had that little debrief with all the judges at the beginning of the day. I was like, hey, let's make sure we hold the integrity of this competition. Make sure we hold the standard first and foremost. But also, let's be who we are. Let's be like welcoming. Let's be fun. Let's bring the energy for them. Like, let's have a good time, and let's make sure everyone else is having a good time as well. And they did that. Everyone did that. You know, like, there's some really awesome photos of the judges counting, but also like cheering them on as well. Like, that's what I freaking love about it. And what I was most impressed, just from a general observation, is I saw a lot of the athletes thank the judges after the workout was done. You know, like there was a moment where like Amy was judging a team, and they were like, wow, like, thank you so much for your help today. I really appreciated it. You know, like, those little things were super powerful. So yeah, so shout out to all like the volunteers who took their time, and all the competitors for taking on the challenge and coming doing the hottest summer CrossFit competition out there.
100%.
Like,
there are so many hours of prep that go into this. So props to you for being the head that managed all of those things, thinking about every twist and turn. It's
funny, even on the competition day, Lucy's like, I don't know how, like how did you think about these workouts? How did you create these workouts? Like, how did you organize this? Like, it's just, to me, this is the most fun stuff about running the gym. I love this shit. I love like hosting other people. I love the floor plan, and like the art of programming, and the art of like, how will it look? Like, how, like what, like when this person does this movement, how's it going to look on the floor?
What's the flow?
What's the flow going to look like? Is it going to be really hard for the judge to judge this thing? Well, we're not CrossFit Games judges here. Like, these are just regular average CrossFitters who are taking time on their Saturday, you know, like they just want to have fun. So I create the workouts for it to be more simplistic in the movement qualities, you know, and in the movement standards. I'm not going to choose something
like random obscure movements that are hard to judge.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, putting on all those finer details and how the flow is going to be, you know, going from like event 1 to event 2, like you 3 judges are going to be over here, you 3 judges are going to watch the sled, and then those 3 judges are going to follow the team onto the competition floor, and those 3 judges are going to crawl on down to the bottom of the turf. And just like that flow of things, to me, you know, gets me just
heart happy.
Yeah, it just gets me so excited, and that's the fun thing about organizing an event. So yeah,
it's right. Whenever I try and get Brandon, you know, in the mood, I give him a colorful spreadsheet to, you know, organize.
A spreadsheet. I don't know about a spreadsheet, but
here's a schedule. Organize it.
Here's a schedule.
And he gets happier and happier.
I could fit you in between 10:52 and 10:54.
That's all we need.
Yeah, so it was just an overall good time. The athletes had a great time. The sponsors were awesome.
I got a great new outfit from BF Her, and I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, you look great in it too.
Thank you, my dear.
Yeah, just good time. Even like the coffee, MTL Latte Heart.
Oh,
she was awesome.
So good.
She was awesome. I got like an iced coffee. Definitely needed. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and at that point it felt like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because I'd been at the gym since 6:45, and it was like, oh my god, like I need a little boost right now. And it was delicious, and she was just so lovely as well.
So nice.
So yeah, so just awesome good event.
People.
Putting on these events are freaking awesome. We have a few more lined up
coming up.
First we have like an in-house type thing, an in-house / outhouse, I guess. It's we're doing a farm workout at Alana's farm, which is really cool. So we're going to Les Fermes Pengrove in Hudson on Saturday, July 25th, which is 10 days from when this podcast comes out.
Jesus Christ. How the freaking are we at the end of July already?
Well, we're at the 14th of July right now, but so July 25th, it's going to be a free workout. It's going to be at her farm, so there's not going to be any CrossFit at the gym. We're all going to meet up over there. We're going to bring some dumbbells in our cars and maybe some fun equipment, some elastic bands and things like that.
She's got chickens and goats. We'll be fine.
Yeah, so she's got like, she's like, I got sandbags and I got things that we can kind of wheelbarrows that we can carry around for workouts. So we're going to create some fun 45-minute workout at her farm. We're going to do a little barbecue after. You guys can pet the chickens and the sheeps and the
goats.
Goat.
That's how Thomas says it. For everyone who doesn't understand what just happened.
Goat.
Our son calls a goat. Goat.
He's the goat. So pet the animals. We'll have a barbecue after. It's a free workout, so anyone is welcome.
Beautiful.
And then we can shop at her shop after, get some meat. She's a beautiful goods. Shop. I haven't seen it newly renovated.
Me neither.
But from the photos, it looks absolutely gorgeous. From what I've heard, it looks incredible. So, I get my honey from Alana's farm, and like it's actually her bees that do it. So if you want to get some food and support her business as well, then bring some money and buy some cool fresh produce from her farm. And so that's Saturday, July 25th. And then we just announced our High Rocks race on Saturday, August 29th. So that'll be really fun. That is in teams of 2. Mixed teams, male, female, whatever you want. Just grab a partner, sign up. We're also giving the option of a half High Rocks race and a full High Rocks race.
That's so exciting.
So you can choose whether you're ready for a full, or if you're not ready for a full, then you can do half. If you don't know what a High Rocks event is, it is 8 stations, and every station starts with a 1 kilometer run. Or if you're doing a half, then it's a 500 meter run. So with your teammates, you run together, and then you come in and you do that station, whatever that is. You share it as needed. One person works, one person rests, and then you go out for another run, and it's for time. You try to get through those 8 stations as fast as you can. Yeah,
it was so cute this morning. Anastasia was like talking to me after. We have a lot of a decent amount of wall balls in our workout today, and she was talking to me after, and she's like, "Oh, like I saw on Instagram that's like, there's this workout that has 100 wall balls at the end.
You're like, it's a high rocks.
And I was like, yeah, that's a high rocks. And she's like, yeah, but like, I saw the girls, they were doing it, and like they were running, and then there was wall balls at the end. And I was like,
that is indeed
yes,
the high rocks.
that would be a high rocks workout. I was like,
Yeah.
you could totally do one. And she was like, oh, there was 100 wall balls. And she kept like explaining it to me like I didn't know what the workout was. And I was like, yeah, like that's the workout.
That's
like
the
the workout is always that.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. Like it's always that workout.
Yeah.
And you could totally do it. Like you did 50 wall balls today in the group class. Like it was no problem in like a very short period of time.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny because her brain just like couldn't process.
It is split though. So
that's what I was telling her.
Yeah, if you do the half, then it is 50 wall balls. But she could for sure do it with her mom. You know.
Anyways, it was just so cute because she was just like amazed by obviously like some random TikTok that she had seen of this fitness influencer doing high rocks.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, that's like a super normal high rocks workout. That's how they all end.
Yeah. So yeah, Saturday,
So
August
cute.
29th. Half and full high rocks race with a partner. Doesn't matter which partner, mixed team, male teams, or female teams.
I tried to get a partner today, but I was declined.
Oh, you were declined. So Susie's up
I'm
for
on the
grabs.
market.
She's on the market. I will not be doing it.
I'm
Unfortunately,
taking applications.
I cannot. Breaks my heart to not be able to do these events at our gym, but yeah. So get a partner. Sign up for that. That's gonna be hella fun. That'll be August 29th, and then. We're definitely going to do our breast cancer event in October. We don't have an official date for that, but around the mid-October. And I'll tell you guys this, we're going to do something entirely different than we've done
I didn't even know
in the
that.
past.
Wow.
In the past, we've done endurance events. Last year, we did a neon workout, which we'll definitely do a neon workout later. But this is going to be an entirely different breast cancer event.
Brandon's wiggling his fingers. I don't know what that means, but
Get excited.
woo.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. That'll be October. That's one of our awesome fundraisers of the year, where we raise money for the Quebec Breast Cancer Foundation, and I can't wait for that event as well. And then, of course, we have the neon workout, which we'll probably do sometime in November, which is so freaking cool. DJ Navidad comes. It's darker at night. He brings his freaking laser show, his smoke, puts on a sick hour set while we put on a fun workout. That's really epic. And then, of course, at the end of the year, we're going to have our awesome holiday party. So
Get lit.
that's kind of the outline for the events that are going to be taking place over the next few months. But for sure, mark your calendars for July 25th, farm workout at Pengrove in Hudson. And August 29th, we're going to do a half and a full High Rocks race on that day. And then,
Right
of course,
here.
stay tuned for the October, November, and December dates. Boom. Anything that you want to say on the events before we move on?
You're doing great, sweetie. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. That's what I was hoping you were gonna say. I just wanted to say that a big shout out to our community for coming together. It's so awesome.
Us look
There's
great.
there's a photo of all of us from that event that we took
Looks
at the
like
very
a class
beginning.
photo, and it's adorable.
It does, yeah. But it just warms my heart. So Turn Up the Heat photos are now fully uploaded on Facebook.
Like
Shout out to
350 photos.
Liz, Active Photography Montreal. Tag her if you reshare, and tag the gym, please. And it's crazy. Like, what, 3 days after the event, she sends the photos.
The turnaround is insane.
Wild. She probably had thousands and thousands of photos, and she sent, I think we uploaded almost 400 photos. So insane that she's gone through them all and done that. But yeah, so shout out to her as well. Okay, we're going to end the episode the same way we always do, with Client of the Week.
Pew, 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 pew.
I want to do a double Client of the Week.
2 for 1.
The first client I want to mention is Guy. So Guy is a newer client at the gym. Like we mentioned before, he's absolutely crushing it. I wish I knew his exact age. I mean, he told me last week, but it's in the 60s, and he just brings such a fun energy.
He's just
And
so
what I've really
kind.
appreciated is the community gathering around him as well. He's come for some workouts, and like people have been super welcoming to him and said hello to him when he's come into the gym. And he's just, his desire to be healthy and to learn and to move and to train, he's doing freaking incredible. And I just appreciate his just overall energy and his attitude towards it all. So, you know, you can come in and be in your 60s and be like, this isn't for me, like this is too hard for me and stuff. But he comes in and it's like, no, like I want to live longer, I want to be healthier. You know, the community around me is super supportive, the coaches here are awesome, and he's just bringing in so much fun energy. So Guy is number one.
We love it.
Suze, what are you doing over there?
I was looking up his age. 65.
Oh, he is 65. Nice. So shout out to Guy for being the first client of the week. And then I also wanted to do a special shout out for client of the week number 2.
Number 2.
Did you want to do
Pew, 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 pew.
for the second client of the week?
Maybe you should have done it.
No, I don't do that. The second client of the week is someone who did turn up the heat and was eager to do turn up the heat and pushed for it. And I actually, as their coach, recommended not doing it because I didn't feel like they were ready. But they said, no, coach, I am ready. Mentally, I'm ready for this challenge.
I love it.
And I'm up for it. And almost exactly a year ago, this client walked into our gym and I took him on as a free trial. So we did a 60-minute session together. And he was super quiet. You could tell the nerves were up. And when he started, I always start clients with like a quick little 2 minutes on the bike erg, just to kind of get their legs rolling here. He's doing his bike and he was sweating a lot. And he wasn't like a man who's extremely overweight either. He was just sweating a lot. And I was like, oh, he's like getting winded right now after just a couple minutes on the bike here. We weren't going that fast. The damper, I always make sure the damper
actually hasn't started yet.
The damper is quite low on this bike right now. And then we do turf drills. So we get over to the turf and we do like, you know, take a step and lift one knee nice and high and then take another step and lift the other knee. And then by the third exercise, I could see him starting to breathe really heavy. And I was like, uh-oh. And by the fourth drill, we do walking lunges. And I was just going to make him do 10 meters of walking lunges. And before he could even get to those 10 meters of walking lunges, he had to stop the workout entirely. He was dizzy. His legs were shaking too much. And I had like an honest conversation with him. And it was a great conversation. He continued on. For the last year, he has been one of our most consistent clients.
So epic.
Shows up 5 days every single week without missing. I would say I don't think he's missed, at least in 6 months, not coming 5 times. Sometimes he even comes 6 times. And he wanted to turn up the heat. We got him a partner. And this client is Richard M.E. So
way to go, Richard.
Thank you, Richard, for being an awesome client.
A long way since day one, barely making it through the warm-up. Now you're doing CrossFit competitions.
Barely making it
RX.
through the beginning part of the warm-up to being able to do a full CrossFit competition, which is, 6 hours. You did 4 workouts in that day. You pushed, you did your very best. You came in with a great attitude. Mentally, you were in it as well. Shout out to Liv also for stepping up. Liv was one of our volunteers. She's like, I really want to volunteer. And I was like, Liv, come on, Richard's looking for a partner. He really, really wants to do this. And she's like,
the perfect partner for
she's
Richard.
like, okay, I'll do it as long as I can keep my volunteer shirt. So I was like, you got a deal, Liv. You got a deal.
She drove a hard bargain.
And I think this might have been Liv's first CrossFit. I don't know if Liv's done a CrossFit competition. I should have asked her that. But shout out to Liv for stepping up.
They were great.
And stepping up with Richard and going through that process with him. And yeah, big shout out to Richard for coming a long way over this year and being eager to compete and, showing
Not
up.
taking no from an answer
Yeah.
for an answer either.
Yeah. Shut up, coach. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
We
I'm
love
tired
it.
of being on the bench right now.
We love it.
So yeah, big shout out to Richard, and yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. These events are freaking awesome, and yeah, I can't wait to put on the next event. The farm workout's going to be a fun one, little barbecue community builder.
I love that.
And then August 29th is going to be our next big event. High
High
Rocks.
Get your
Let's
tickies. Get your
freaking
tickies.
go. All right, we'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully the software doesn't mess up on us, and hopefully this episode gets out to the world in some way.
Jeez.
See ya.
That's a positive way to end it.
Bye.
Bye.